So similar to the Escalade, the Yukon XL, especially with this Denali and everything that comes on in terms of added suspension, damping, and all of that, ride is absolutely fantastic. And coming out of the stoplight there, the auto stop let off pretty easily, which can't be said all the time, so I'm impressed by that. I'm not gonna give it full throttle, but I am gonna put it into sport mode and just give it a little push of the pedal. I took that bump very well. And the 10-speed shifts are very nice, very clean, very crisp. Gonna put on the adaptive cruise now. And I'm gonna put it back into normal mode. And I'll just show you how the lane keep assist ping me back in. So it gets the job done. It's no super cruise, but it's good. I'm getting right at that 16 miles per gallon, doing 75 up this incline. So I can expect to get that 18 miles per gallon highway that the EPA says this should get. But fantastic ride coming down the interstate here. Almost as good as the Escalade I just drove. And the Yukon floats, but it also feels solid as well, which is something you don't come across very often. So for me, 9.8 out of 10 for the ride quality. I don't even know if I've ever been in a 10 riding vehicle, but this has been one of the best rides ever, just in terms of comfort. And the brake pedal's pretty nice for an SUV like this. Don't have to put my foot all the way into it, but it's not too, it doesn't bite too much either. There's the auto stop. So in terms of competition, I'm thinking the Expedition Max Platinum King Ranch, somewhere around there, is going to be the biggest direct competitor. And then some might even say the Land Rover Defender 130, that longer wheelbase Defender, would be a competitor. And then of course the Navigator L. And there really is not, there aren't a lot, but there are some competitors that are bigger SUVs that have 3 rows and then tons of space behind the 3rd row. But for me, I like the Yukon XL Denali. I like all the features that come with it. I like that it's not necessarily a 6-figure sticker price yet, even though it's only 10 grand cheaper. But the seats feel fantastic. I love having cooled seats here. The steering wheel's heated. The panoramic sunroof. The options on here are really nice as well. I love having the power retractable running boards. I wish I had Super Cruise, but if you want that, you just pay another 3 grand. For some it's worth it, for others it isn't. When you think about it, for how much the full self-driving was for Tesla, I don't even know how much that is. I know it got up to like 10 grand. I mean, 3,000 is not bad for Super Cruise, and I feel like it's a much better system. I should say a safer system. But this rides, I can't say enough about the ride. It rides so well. And it actually feels good to drive as well. The steering is in between, perfectly in between tight and flimsy. So it doesn't feel like a sports car, but it also doesn't feel like a 90s Cadillac with the shocks out. Just a great steering feel. And overall, in terms of the Google Assistant system, love the system. Don't like the idea of having to pay for a nav subscription, but if it beats me having to pay another $500 and I can just pay however much a month to use something the 2 or 3 times I'll use the whole time I have the vehicle, that's a pretty good bargain when you think about it. But all in all, still one of the best choices for a 3-row SUV if you need that additional space. And this will bring me to the end of my review of this new 2023 GMC Yukon XL in the Denali trim level.